Am I live? Okay, hi, here I am. Hi, everybody, I'm live. This is just a 5 minute quick. Hopefully, oh, I had a little blip, but it looks like we're back. Okay, hi, this is me, Dr. Shalom Shachaf from Academic Writers Unblocked, and I wanted to just follow up. I know everybody's probably on their way out of town or, doing their holiday shopping, etc. I know I myself have a little bit of a sore throat. I might have overdone it with the Christmas Hanukkah parties. I did more social events over the last 3 days than I have done since probably 2020. But I wanted to just let everybody know that I've been getting a lot of requests and questions about foundational workshop, and one of the requests and the questions that kept coming up was about the timing of the workshop. I originally wanted to start the workshop during the break, because in my mind I really want to set everybody up and give them the support during the winter break, because I know a lot of you want to do a lot of writing during that time. So that was my thinking. But I've been talking, I've been having really great conversations with people who are interested in taking the workshop, and some of them have mentioned that they actually now they have done the free challenge sessions, and I know I gave a lot of tools and a lot of support there, and some of them have said that they actually started working with these tools and are feeling better and are feeling more flowing, and that it's helping them unblock. And while they know that they want to take the workshop and deepen the work with the tools, they are just not sure that they want to start during the break, while they also are trying to rest and recharge, and also do, want to focus more on doing their life and their other things, and writing, but not necessarily start the deep dive of the workshop. So I heard you guys, and it's really not a big deal. I don't care. So I decided to postpone the beginning of the workshop. So we will now begin not on the first week of January, but on the third week of January. And workshop schedule, every week you get a pre-recorded lesson Monday, and then you watch it, and then we do the workshop on Friday. So Monday, January 16th would be the day to get the first lesson, although I usually send those immediately when you register. But the first live workshop, when we do introductions and we begin the process of creating this fantastic, encouraging, warm, beautiful community of support, where we don't only reinvent ourselves as writers, but we reinvent what a writing community can look like in academia, when we lead with, kindness and compassion, and not competition, and not criticism. So all of that will start January 20th. We are absolutely excited about those of you who already joined, and for those of you who still want to join, let me just I sent an email, so you guys can check the email with more information. But I did want to talk a little bit about a couple of things. So quickly, I know a lot of you are feeling burnt out, overwhelmed, and you're like, I don't even want to do my writing. Where will I find the time and the bandwidth to start doing unblocking work? I just want to lovingly and kindly remind everybody that once when you do, first of all, our workshops are not my workshops are not a space where you were ever pressured, harried, judged. The whole point is that we are just welcoming everybody exactly where they are. We are flexible. You can come to every live workshop if you had time to do the pre-recorded lesson, or you didn't have time, if you had time to do the readings, or you didn't have time. We always welcome you, and I always catch everybody up so that we're on the same page. And you will see, the moment you start naming and kind of bringing into consciousness and understanding what is going on with your your emotional and spiritual, cognitive, and psychological baggage around writing, most people, I want to say 100% of the people, because it's just true, they experience immediate relief. So in fact, they get more writing done with less trauma and drama. during the time that they attend workshop. This is why I have so many people retaking foundational workshop, because they feel that while they are in the workshop, it just helps move that needle. Like it just frees up their writing and it just feels different. And I think a lot of it is the camaraderie. We feel so isolated when we are stuck and when we're blocked. We feel so isolated in our writing a lot of the time. And having that group of, you know, ego free, and let me put it this way: as a workshop leader, it is my job, and I make sure to continuously make sure the space excuse me, is very welcoming, and I don't allow any ego trips on the workshop. So I mean, I hardly ever even have to do anything about it, because it's just the way the whole workshop and the vibe and the frequency of the space I hold and we hold together in this community. It's not necessary, but I assure you, I mean, that's one of the most beautiful things that happen in workshop, is that people, we have full professors and people who are working on their PhD and anything in between, and everybody are just so encouraging and so supportive and so welcoming. That's one of the, you get some serendipity where sometimes somebody is working on a dissertation on a topic and suddenly there's a world expert on that topic that is able to be there and, give feedback and provide support, and it's just beautiful. And then, even if people are in a different field, having lay readers look at your writing, or when hear you describe your writing, it's just, you get a lot from that group support. So that's the third thing I wanted to say, that I understand that you might feel too overwhelmed to even think about taking that workshop right now, but I wanted to assure you that the very act of mindfully examining your writing life will free you up, and you will see that you don't need to worry about the workshop as like an added burden. It is in fact going to be relieving that burden. Additionally, I wanted to talk really quickly about the financial investment. Like, listen, I know that, and especially as this workshop becomes more sought after, and now I'm giving it over 3 months, not 4 weeks. That even the early bird special can seem, it's a big number. But I want to say this: first of all, did you know that most universities have available funding for writing support? So you can contact your grant and research and development offices in your campuses and ask, is there more money? That sometimes there are separate pockets of money that you can apply for to get funding and help to join a writing workshop, especially as you're writing a dissertation, or your job requires you to publish. So check that thing out. So that's the first thing I wanted to tell you. The other thing is, with the early bird special, and I still have few places with that. It's gonna, I'm not telling you it's a limited time, and I'm not saying when I'm gonna discontinue it, because I just want to make sure to continue to make it available as long as I can afford to. So with that rate, you're paying less than $60 per week, because it's a 12-week program, right? So per week of content and support and training. And when we are doing workshop, I am constantly available for you. If you need more support, if you want me to do office hours, I'm there. That's what I do during these 3 months. I'm doing foundational workshops. So for less than $60 a week, maybe that's a different way to think about it, right? You can get a writing program that will completely reshape your writing experience, allow you to deepen into practicing habits that will free up that toxic, stressful, awful, harsh self-talk, allow you to kind of slowly build the muscles of approaching in a different way, and let you kind of reconnect to your passion and to the reason that you wanted to write in the first place. You wanted to write in the first place because you have a contribution to give. There's only one you. Only you have your voice. Only you have your eyes to see, right? So we really declutter all of that. I will write because I need to secure the degree or the job, or I will, I have to prove my worth, or I have to win awards. We get through all of that, and we kind of reconnect and stay with the intrinsic motivation, as we talked about in the challenge, right? And so we do that, and then we just work on teaching you how to schedule your life in a way that does not feel like you are your own worst enemy, and you don't overschedule. You're self-compassionate. You're curious about how to use the scheduling tool. Yes, to gain control over your writing life, absolutely, to make sure you're creating spaces and times when you're going to write, and that you honor that time, and that you're able to set the boundaries for other people in your life for what you need in your writing, the time you need, the space you need. We do all of that, but not from like, okay, now we're doing scheduling, so you need to start to be kind of your own abusive taskmaster, right? And then we delve into the academic style. Throughout that time, we are listening to you as you discuss and brainstorm and outline your project. So you're encouraged to bring your own project. There will be, we will not be reading 30 pages from each other, but we will be reading, we will be giving you shorter assignments, and depending on the size of the group, either everybody reads or we're breaking you up to couples. But anyways, I read work from you. Again, not a full book, not 30 pages, but we definitely are also looking, and you get specialized, specific feedback from me about your writing as well, because we're building towards craft and style. So all of that lasts, and again, it's like 2 months, right, of the workshop. You are really getting, to the rolling up your sleeves and getting into the writing, but also, not if you're not ready to do it. Not, if you were like, no, wait, I have a really busy semester and that's not what I wanted to do. You don't have to do it. But if you are trying to do two things at the same time, which is detoxifying your writing life, but also making continuous progress and gaining momentum and getting unstuck and finishing a project, this workshop is designed with you in mind. So I think that's it pretty much. I definitely wanted to just mention that as more people enroll, I will always be able to slide the scale for you if you are underemployed, underfunded, etc. So, but I do need you to let me know. So if you have interest in participating and getting an additional discount or flexibility in the payment method, whatever it is, let me know. Don't worry about what it is that you can or cannot pay. Just send me an email, text me, whatever. Let me know, because I take pride in the fact that I never turn anybody away who wants to work with me, just because of money. We find a way. All right, my friends. So we will be starting January 20th. So actually, that can give you a little bit more time to also plan financially and maybe apply for grants, or for research money, etc. I will say, I'll just mention this because I'm trying to think of all the things that I wanted to say, that these are coming out of questions that people ask me. If you know you have research money coming in the next year budget, I am willing to wait for you to get, and again, those of you who are here who are on my workshops, I can wait for you for the time when you actually have the money available if you cannot pay ahead of time, and we can work on that. There's a little, you might have to pay like 50 or 100 out of your own pocket just to keep, to get you to hold the spot and to get your accountability. But if you know you have money that's research money that you can use to take a writing workshop, I am willing to wait for your university to process that, and I will help you with the invoice and everything that you need to interface with the university to get that. Okay, so I will be leaving. I'm going out of town with my family on a little oceanfront vacation that we love to do in winter because we just love the ocean. We don't mind what time. So I'll be kind of winding down for the holiday, but there's more time for you to make a decision about if you want to join. And finally, yes, the challenge sessions are still available. Please take advantage of them during the break. They will not be available permanently, so they're still going to be there at least until New Year's. I usually leave them until I begin the workshop, but now that I've postponed the workshop, I'm not 100%, but I will be open to hear if people want, if people want me to keep them open. But yeah, they'll be available for a bit more. The workbook is available for if you download it, it's yours forever, right? And do the utilize these workshops. People are telling me that they have pretty much unblocked by doing the challenge mini series workshops. So use them, utilize them, send them to your friend. If you're not subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, subscribe. If your friends are not subscribed, ask them to subscribe, etc., etc. So share the joy, send people my way, especially if you've already taken a workshop with me, it worked for you. Tell a friend, help me spread the joy. And with that in mind, we are at 15 minutes, so I said I will not do more than that. I love you guys. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, happy all the holidays that we are celebrating during this time. And let me definitely know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you need some help. And if you are undecided, but you have interest in the workshop, there will be opportunities to schedule a one-on-one short Zoom or phone chat with me. But even before I set it all up, and it will be coming out on the email list soon, where you would be able to, just sign up on the calendar. If you know that you want that, those would not be unlimited because, I can only do that many. So let me know. Send me a note, send me an email, whatever it is, to let me know if you want to talk with me and get more information about whether or not joining Foundational Workshop is the right thing for you at this time. All right, my loves. Happy New Year!